Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Deputy Chief Air Operations. On behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff and the whole Pakistan Air Force, I would like to avail this opportunity to first of all thank Allah, the Almighty, and dedicate this historic face-off to the Pakistani nation for their trust and faith in the armed forces. Very special thanks to the military leadership for their foresight and all-out support by the Chief of the Army Staff, and especially to the Chief of the Air Staff for his guidance, strategic vision, and the direction that he gave to the Air Force to create history like this. He really led from the front. He was involved all the way during this operation, spearheaded it, choreographed it. We call it the new art of war. This BVR fight of a couple of dozens up to 70 from their side, about 40, crossing 100, is the first ever in the history of aviation. It is going to be taught as a textbook case and a study and a reference material in the aerial combat history. I will distill some tactical details for you because they impact on the larger strategy, and run through very quickly so as to bring you all up to speed on what happened and how did it happen. This is the Indian side, this is the Pakistani side. We had some gaps in the north, center, south, and AEW just to support it. And the IF fighters started an initial build-up that was picked up from the north and the center across IB at 0010 hours. And by that time, PAF had initiated its response within 2 minutes. By 0012, our response was activated. The IF started to get their fighters get airborne in large numbers. By the time it has come to 12:30, we were pretty sure that this is going to be the day and the time to knock some sense into these guys once again. So we commenced our multi-domain operations, the pride and joy and the new concept of war that we have. This is the picture that's getting jumbled up. We have huge number of IF fighters that are stacked up in azimuth and in vertical all across, and the PF DCA response is in position. The complete package, when it gets into shape, it is on 4 axes, and we perceive that they will have 4 incisions just to embroil. Up to 60 aircraft, including 14 Rafales, were electronically ID'd by all through our electromagnetic operational environment. We call it the EMO. So by the time they were in air, we had sorted out and contracted all fighters and accounted for. The 60 number, that augmented to 72 through their scrambles that kept on coming just to reinforce and supplement and to saturate the air defense. They thought they could do that for the Pakistani ADG, air defense ground environment. The complete DCA package response by Pakistani side was also there. We had 42 high-tech aircraft on our side, and the strategy was to have force concentration in our selected AOR and fight at our own strength. PF fighters ensured Pakistan's air sovereignty, and because of that, we first rerouted all civilian traffic that was about to go from Lahore, Islamabad, and this area, because we thought that this is going to be the hot plate. So we wanted safety for all the civil airliners. When they had seen this kind of a strong defense on our side, they resorted to launching their air-to-ground weapons while being cis-frontier. And as soon as they had launched the weapons, we could ID that instantly. And the Chief of the Air Staff, as I mentioned, he was in the COC. He has been there for a couple of nights. I have seen him there. So when I said that he spearheaded and he led from the front, he really did that. and he changed the contract. We were given the rules of engagement first to deter, and as soon as this thing happened, we changed our rules of the game in the air from deter to assure kill, deny own loss. PF strategy changed. We had a plan. We thought that Indians, the last time they said that they would have Rafales and they could have created any difference. So we targeted their center of gravity and the Rafales. That's why you see good numbers for that. We would have had more numbers, but we showed restraint. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing about this whole play time was this thing lasted for more than an hour. With so many large number of aircraft, so many large number of aircraft on both sides, with so many grinds, and the flow of the BVR, the modern warfare has changed so much that the long stick, the employment is if you don't shoot, you get shot. So that is why the art was to employ them optimally, and that was a big challenge for us. That is why I say that it has never happened before. These are the locations with the range bearing, electronic ID that we think that we are sure that we have shot. A MiG-29 was shot 8 miles from LOC, bearing 243, 20 nautical miles from Srinagar. A Su-30 was shot 192, 19 miles, 25 miles from LOC. We have the exact details because you cannot, in the modern battlefield, you cannot conjure up things out of imagination. You have an electronic ID. The aircraft gets picked up by his data link. As soon as you put on your radar, you show yourself, and nobody can hide, nobody can deny that. A Rafale was shot 54 miles from LOC in Srinagar. So you can have all these details. We have exact range bearings because and when you employ your weapon, you know exactly when the missile is getting active, when it is getting and the blip is disappearing, which is verified as you get down for the debrief. So none of the claims have any fat in them. So they are pretty clear, pretty concise, pretty accurate. And I have a audio from a Rafale formation that I will share. The call sign is Godzilla. As soon as those animals are extinct, so this one also got extinct. Please play. So he's asking whereabouts of his formation member. So the formation knows, his leader knows that his number, one of his flight member is not there. They have an RT. This is the original RT that they are exchanging, and they're asking about his position. He's giving his own operations as fine, but he has claims that I've seen an explosion in the air. And I will share this detail. It's a long RT that we have. If we can hear one RT of one formation member, we can hear all of them in panic and in distress. So the idea was to just to prize you guys and to share with you how complicated this was, how this example can be taken not to do when you know that the adversary has the long stick. But I must say that it is not the equipment that matters all the time. It is the training, it is the leadership that gives you the direction and the ownership that it shows. That's what matters. And the training, the operational competence that the whole formation has. And I hope they are slow learners, but I think they can get the drift of not doing it again.